Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now on a prototypical rainy northwestern afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. Number 10. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Tua now on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Bring it home, boys. We got this.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Detroit.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Love, they go play action now. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On second down, they'll run it here. And that'll hurt the average of guys this time going to the game. 2 yards to the pass, and now 3 and 12.
This defense is difficult to run. The best in the league. They come at you from all angles, and they do a nice job there stopping them from the pass.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Open man right side is St. Brown. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Ready. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Love looking to throw it. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Love's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike. and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Going for it all. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Seahawks have come back to the score. Extra point by Gain is up and good. It's a 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, it usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Play action this time with Love. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aiden Hutchinson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Gay's kick is good. It's over that 10. It's perfect from distance. He steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
80 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Tua sets up to pass it. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Cody Barton there to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 44, Tua. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time. He's going to lead to third and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, They had to punt it away this time. And now the rookie's free. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 137 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He went over 100 yards a week ago, and with that run, he does it again.
He's an absolute horse, a guy that eats carries. And what I mean by that, the more you hand it to him, the more the production you're going to get. A big-time performer.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Tua complete. It's Johnson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pick.
Pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it.
He's got a man, complete, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 75. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. They'll make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 152 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Tua now on first down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, set, on the ball.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Seahawks going to use the first to have tackles. It's just their first, so they have 2 First down at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Love. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Play fake. Here's Love. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Well, whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, Love. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead. Sidney, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks in the first half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Walker now at 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Love now to pass on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
That is taken in by the tight end Phil. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Here's Walker. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Love. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
19 yards that time for number 19. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way. But you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. He's done exactly what he's doing.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on fourth and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And he's defending for first. This is third down. Completes it to Samuel. He's going to have the first down and then some. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Go, take it to the house.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A launch throw into the hands of Fant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Love now. Going right back to Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Straight ahead, Walker. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Walker. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
That's no question, because the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Walker is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Walker once more. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. On 2nd and 10, Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Rager catches it left side. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jalen Rager from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's on his way in this one. This time they'll get him the ball. That's going to be a 34 play. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here we go.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, Love. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A executed, 22-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Love looking to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Day is up and good. Up to 26. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Lions will use the first of their timeouts. As they get it, still a minute 20 left to go. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. Trying to start the drive, not much sense. A handoff as they run the counter play. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And for one of the few times here today, it's not going to go on 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to come up well shy of first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. catch is made by Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When they needed to play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the victory